Numerology Secrets, Life Path Number 9, The Complete Guide. What is Life Path Number 9? The life path number, also known as the destiny number, is the number that results from the numerological reduction of your date of birth. It offers insight about the core of your personality, and will also give you a greater understanding of the pathway to success in your life. Life Path 9 is the number of the leader. You have a bearing and composure about you that projects a sense of utter confidence, and which draws people to you like flies to a light. You are also an extremely generous soul, and care deeply and passionately about those less fortunate than yourself. You are always willing to give parts of yourself away to help others, although unlike the equally self-sacrificing 6, you would never think to consider this an impingement on your time, because you don't feel obligated. You give away yourself only to the extent that you are comfortable with, and naturally know when to stop, or take some time for self-care. This is a very positive thing and ensures that you keep going in the long run. Like life paths 3 and 5, you occasionally become scattered, trying to fling your energy in too many directions at once. Unlike those other two numbers, however, you don't do this because you are easily bored. You rarely give up on something once you've started it, but instead, because you are so easily excited and intrigued. It is very important that you choose a path in life that takes advantage of your giving, humanitarian spirit, and not one that focuses on materialism. Although there will probably be times when you wish your finances were a little more stable, you will not be happy with yourself if you choose to do something for the money. Your natural confidence and humanitarianism are a great combination for careers such as medicine, public defense advocacy, management of non-profit or charity organizations, or any type of bureaucratic work, where you will do your best to change structures for the better from the inside. This combination also makes you an excellent partner, as people are so naturally drawn to you. You can be a bit aloof at times, and keep your partners guessing about what exactly you want, but if you're willing to open up to someone, you are certain to have a tender and lasting relationship with them. In numerology, 9 is the number of completion. This is why you're so unusually good at completing what you start, but it also symbolizes that you will have to overcome many struggles in life. Sometimes it seems like the world is against you, but trust, it feels that way because you truly do have the strength to overcome those struggles. By unlocking the path meaning of Life Path 9, and coming to a fuller understanding of how it affects your outlook on life, you can use the positive points of the 9th path to your advantage, and find ways to avoid becoming entrapped by the negative parts. Life Path Number 9 in love and romance. If you are a 9, relationships happen on your terms, and your terms alone. You can be very secretive, although never cold and always with a cordial demeanor, but this means that you keep people at arm's length and are not generally the most open to relationships. Sometimes, this is because the struggles that 9s are unfortunately fated to face have given them bitter experiences surrounding romance. Time is the best healer here, and with time, you will realize that those experiences were only a tiny part of your life, and that they need not poison your future. Other times, 9s are simply more focused on other things besides relationships. This is especially true of those 9s who are passionately called to their work. The strong sense of ethical commitment to your work can blind you completely to relationships with others. No matter what the circumstances, you will not enter a relationship until you are ready. If, however, you are ready to move on to that part of your life, read on. Because you can feel very vulnerable when entering a relationship, it is important to find someone who will not make you feel uncomfortable. 2 and 6 are both highly emotional and intuitive numbers that will help you feel safe and at home, so seeking relationships with them may be the safest bet. 3 and 1 can also be surprisingly good matches for a 9. 3's offbeat sense of humor will put you at ease, and help you stop taking the whole relationship business so seriously. You can be very intense, and a 3 can appreciate your passion while also helping you to lighten up a bit. In a similar vein, 1s tend to be quite unromantic, so you can make a connection with them quickly, and without feeling intimidated by a lot of expectations about what a romance should look like. 1s are also just as dedicated to their work as 9s are, which makes for a great immediate point of connection. You might struggle to work together on practical matters because your goals can be very different, but you make an excellent couple with a non-flashy sense of romance and a genuine dedication to solving issues in the relationship together. In any relationship, with any destiny number, don't be afraid to take it slowly at first. Make it known to your partner that you're invested in your work and not sure how serious you want the relationship to be immediately, or just that you feel the need to test the waters. A good match will understand, and a bad one will quickly extricate themselves, saving you both time. A note: remember, as always, that numerological compatibility is not a substitute for the human factor that makes all of us unique. If it were as easy as compatible destiny numbers, you might as well be the exact same person as anyone born on the same day. Always take personal variations into account. Life path number 9 in career and business. The path meaning of a life path number 9 is so inexorably tied to humanitarian purposes and doing good in the world that any 9 will be disappointed if they find work that doesn't contribute to this. With that said, every 9 will also have different visions of what constitutes doing good in the world. Some choose to dedicate their times to initiatives like the Peace Corps, others will choose careers that have strong benefits for others like medicine, and still others will pursue art and culture as a way of bettering society. No matter which type of 9 you are, you must find work that is fulfilling to you, on the basis of improving the world. Once you have found this kind of work, you can dedicate yourself to it fully, and will quickly become noticed by others in the field. Since you have such a classy and composed demeanor, and a good leadership style, people in your field will quickly start coming to you for advice, making you a great influence on the path it's taking. As discussed above in the Love and Romance section, 9s frequently become so committed to their work that they are not interested in pursuing romances, but generally 9s do not have difficulty balancing their work with friendships or self-care. You have a good work-life balance, and are able to step away from difficult situations in the workplace when it is demanded. Because you are so passionate about your work, your greatest challenge in working comes when you encounter people who are in your field, but who don't actually seem to care about bettering the world. This is especially hurtful to 9s who go into highly popular fields like medicine or law, which have the potential to be used to harm as well as to help, and into which people go for thousands of different reasons. It breaks your heart to see people who are only in it for the money, when you feel so strongly that the money is only deserved if you help others. You must not allow this to get to you, although sometimes it will be very tempting to fold under the weight of all those other apathetic people. Keep your eyes focused on your goal and don't let other people with different, even utterly conflicting, goals keep you away from it. 9 should also make an effort to find work that allows them to travel. Sometimes your job will keep you tied in one place, which is a bit unfortunate, because 9s are great travelers and love to see the world. Try to take a couple of weeks off for a crazy backpacking trip or a stay in a city you've never been to, at least once every couple of years. It'll expand your horizons and keep things fresh for you. Finding fulfillment on life path number 9. Number 9s have a very strong sense of self, and an even stronger sense of purpose in the world, and will be most fulfilled when they can dedicate themselves to their passion for making the world a better place. This desire for improvement in the world is your greatest source of strength. Don't underestimate the power it can have in improving you, as well as the world. Humanitarianism brings out the best in you, and prevents you from sliding into a pit of hostility, arrogance, or lack of integrity. Without it, you can become a horribly embittered person who has difficulty seeing the good in the world, completely antithetical to your natural state. If you haven't found meaningful work that you feel contributes to the good of the world, go out and find it now. It doesn't matter at first whether it's paid, volunteer, even just a hobby. It is something that 9s need in their lives and simply cannot go for long without causing serious problems for their own mental health and their relationships with those around them. Whether this brings you financial security or has you living in a grimy flat in an unfamiliar city, whether it makes people love you or leaves you friendless, whether your working hours are comfortable and relaxing or whether you're up all night working unpaid overtime, if you're sufficiently confident that the work you're doing is in line with your beliefs, you will be satisfied. Because of the numerology definition of 9 as the number of endings, a serious bad habit that 9s have is ending things when they start to get difficult or shaky. This is because you don't want things to end without your control. For example, you'd rather break up with your partner than have your partner break up with you, or quit your job rather than be fired. This is completely understandable, but the problem is that 4 times out of 5, your partner wasn't going to break up with you, and you weren't going to be fired from your job. Practice talking things out and trusting that everything's going to be all right, instead of running at the first sign of trouble. Use number 9's meaning as the number of endings as a way to embrace endings rather than a reason to flee from them. Remember the adage, when one door closes, another opens, and try to view endings as new beginnings and opportunities, rather than disasters or tragedies. Also practice thinking of the world in terms of cycles, rather than lines that have beginnings and end. Look for patterns of rebirth in the world around you, and remember that, as a part of the world, you too are being constantly reborn and reinvented. It may feel at times like an ending is final, but that's simply not true for you. You have the power to change all endings into new beginnings, and bring about rebirth for yourself and the people around you. Final thoughts. As the last of the single-digit destiny numbers, 9 holds an important place in the life path numbers. Nine's numerology can make those with this life path number some of the kindest, most giving souls of any life path, but if you lose your way, you can also do more harm to yourself and others than any other number. Fortunately, you have vast wells of inner strength to keep yourself from going astray. You are incredibly dedicated to your causes, and barring disaster, your sense of morality is unshakable. You are forever dedicated to bringing the greatest happiness to the greatest number of people. You also have a creative side that you should explore, either in the form of art, or in the form of finding creative solutions to the problems you see around you, and hint, art is a creative solution to many problems. Art keeps your mind open, and creative processes keep you grounded. Your compassion and dedication to a cause makes you an incredibly positive influence on those around you. People are inspired by your sense of your place in the world, and will quickly be inclined to help you achieve your goals. Work on allowing yourself to open up to others. Sometimes it will be difficult, especially if you are in a field that sees people getting hurt frequently, or if you've been hurt by people in the past. But in the long run, it will help you more than shutting people out ever could. You will benefit immensely by close friendships and relationships, although you never need to let everyone know all your secrets. You have a versatility that allows you to succeed in many fields, but all the fields that a 9 can reasonably expect to achieve long-term success in are ones that appeal to your humanitarianism, so don't try to pin your hopes of success on anything that doesn't sit 100% well with you from a moral perspective, even if you think that there will be other long-term benefits. You'll only harm your own spirit in the process. Knowing the number 9's meaning can help you develop a lifestyle that focuses on bringing happiness into the world, thus bringing more happiness into your own personal life. By being aware of the tendencies and needs of life path 9, you can work your way towards a well-rounded and highly successful life experience. Can you feel the power of your life path number 9? Are you driven by a desire to help your fellow humans? Do you give freely of yourself for the greater good, without resentment or restraint? At the same time, do you sometimes keep people at arm's length because you're afraid of being hurt or distracted from your calling? How will you harness your destiny number's natural energy to fulfill your goals and reach your dreams? Please like this video if you found it useful or enjoyable. Share it to your friends and don't forget to subscribe to channel to get all the latest videos.